picked up this key fob here. The car only came with one key, no fob. So I'm gonna follow some directions I read online about programming it. Looked pretty easy. Hopefully it goes smooth, because I mean, honestly, can't live without a key fob, especially in a Civic. I mean, pretty sought after car, you know, don't want to get stolen. Well, after trying to replace my door lock actuators, I noticed my whole locking mechanism will not even lock. You see it gets hung up on both sides here. But I realized that's why I was having issues opening my driver door when I first bought the car. But then I noticed if I pull down a little bit on the handle and then try to lock it, it slides easily. So, come to find out, I saw one guy have this issue. And the first thing you need to do is I needed to remove this little knob from this lever. Once that's removed, I can go ahead and slide this out, and I'm going to be removing this piece right here that I'm pointing to with the screwdriver, the little hook, because inside here, it's kind of hard to tell, but there's this knob that it gets hung up on. So if we remove that, it'll allow it to freely slide. Also, I should mention, this thing was the nastiest piece I have ever seen in my life. It was so dirty. It took almost 2 cans of brake clean to get it clean. I was just going to buy a new one. However, I couldn't find any aftermarket part, and I'm sure Honda wants, oh geez, well over $100. So we're going to go ahead and fix this one ourselves. Now you can see I grinded the piece off. It's tiny. It's just that little guy right there. And then I went ahead and hit it with a file just so it wouldn't be sharp. Now I'm going to put it together and hopefully it works. And that solved the problem. I mean, it locks, unlocks easily on its own now. No problem at all. So, kind of hard to show with one hand, but you see. Now I'm just going to go ahead and apply some lubricant on it. And the fun part of putting it back in the car. So I'm going to show how to actually take off your whole door lock mechanism real quick, because there's no video out there that I saw that actually shows it. There's a lot of videos that show you how to actually remove your actuator and your door panel. So if you get to that step and you don't know how to remove this, for future reference, pretty easy. Same thing here for your window rail. It's got one bolt here. I go ahead and screw it in there because then I can hook it right there and it'll stay out of my way. So what actually holds together the whole lock mechanism, these 3 bolts, Phillips, you can just break them loose. And then inside here, there's little clips. So if you can see, the one clip is on the back of this bracket right here. It just goes and flips down. And then the other one you want to undo is up here. Let me get this rail out of the way. Right here, the one that actually locks to the door lock for your key. You just push that straight ahead and it'll go ahead and come out of its little bracket there. And then you have one bolt right here that holds this plastic piece on. That's kind of like a guide for the actual lock mechanism. And as you can see, it works perfect now. So after you get that out, take the 3 Phillips screws out and you can just go ahead and pull it out. Well, some parts finally came in. Got the sway bar end links for the front here and the 10-point trailing arm socket we've been waiting for. Literally $10, can't buy it anywhere. If anybody in the Portland area ever just needs to borrow one, feel free to reach out. I'll more than gladly loan you this because I know it's a lifesaver. If you're not, I'll drop a link below. Again, $10, well worth it. Throw in the toolbox when you do need it. One thing I forgot to mention is I've literally been wire wheeling every single nut, bolt, screw, bracket, anything that's came off the car that had any bit of rust on it at all. I don't know, I'm a little bit OCD, kind of a freak. You can kind of see how much residues came off. Alrighty, back to work. Well, about to go take it out to the gas station. Figure it's been sitting 4 or 5 years. Could probably use some fresh fuel. We'll throw 20 bucks in it. Just got it started. Got most of it good to go. Again, got the 10-point socket, finally came in the mail. Got this all dialed in. I had to make a video on how to adjust the toe because the right side was all messed up and there was no other explanation out there for how to adjust the rear toe on one of these Civic SI EP3s. I still got the door panels off, so I need to figure out why that door panel on the passenger seat, or passenger side, not door panel, the window, just quit working. It went halfway down, won't roll up any further. A little bit of annoying. Won't roll up from either side. And then I figured might as well that I have the door handles off, or panels, geez, can't talk tonight. I'll go ahead and throw some 6.5s in the door and figure out why the tweeters aren't working. I guess they'll probably need power to the crossovers there. Alrighty, next clip, you'll see this thing hopefully moving under its own power. Well, the first drive, I don't have footage of it, but it was a success. I made it to the end of my driveway there before I got a little sketched out. I've already, you can see the toe is back, towed out. It was undrivable. It felt like I was skating, drifting. I already undid it a little bit, so that's why it's more severe than it actually was when I was driving. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the tire off right now and try to address the problem. And if not, it looks like we'll be doing some backyard, I don't want to call it frame straightening, but we'll figure out how to get this thing in line here one way or another. Stay tuned for the next episode.